I'll just give you a little rundown to what we face every year. Unlike the federal government, we balance our budget at the end of the day. We still retain a AAA bond rating. We're one of 3 states that do that. This year, the general fund will be about $15 billion. $6.5 billion of that goes to local aid. Almost $5.8 billion of that is K-12 education money. So one of the things that the Greater Baltimore Committee said is they wanted their continued commitment to K-12 education. Now, since 2002 to today, our funding for education is going from $2.7 billion to $5.8 billion. That's what it will be this year. Now, people say, you know, the education system, #1 in the country, 4 years in a row. That's by design, that's by investment that we determined to make. We thought it was important. Well, let me just say this because it applies to everyone across the state. We distribute the education money according to the wealth of the county. 80% of the money in the Baltimore City schools comes from the state. 20% comes locally. My good friend, Senator Pipkin, lives in Cecil County. 67% of the money that goes into Cecil County schools comes from the state of Maryland. Counties like Montgomery and Howard County, which have a higher median income, a higher wealth base, they get less money back. So if you're in Montgomery County, where there's 1 million people, almost 20% of the state population, they're getting about 37 cents back on the dollar. So we have a wealth-based system to try to keep everyone with an equal educational opportunity. Now, are there shortcomings in the education system? I'm sure there are. But you don't become #1 in the country 4 years in a row by accident. You don't get there by accident. Talk about the capital budget. Senator Casemeyer brought up the fact that, you know, that's probably our biggest job innovator. We have $1 billion worth of capital projects. The governor announced $370 million worth of school construction. That leveraged about $500 million of local dollars. That's about 10,000 jobs, all in the construction industry, all private sector jobs. The construction industry being down about 20%, we should get very affordable labor costs. Interest rates will be very low, and each of those projects provides a community benefit. So as we sit there and discuss this in Annapolis, we talk about projects that provide a community benefit, a road, a bridge, a school, a library, a medical facility. But our capital budget will leverage enough money in the private sector to create anywhere between 30,000 and 50,000 jobs in the construction trades.